Seems early for this. Kirsten, why are we here? Oh, new segment? New segment? Alright, let's... What the fuck is this? This is not my hat. Fuck. Alright. Oh, it's going to be a long episode. Let's just get this shit over with. Fucking hat. Find my hat. Asshole. Alright. Welcome. What is this? Okay, apparently this is Gore News. Really? Alright. So, we're going to be going over news stories about people who died. In various ways. And Kirsten will find my goddamn hat. Or people die. People die. But until then. The owner of a Nashville restaurant died inside his walk-in cooler after he accidentally locked himself in. Poor man. Police say the restaurant placed dry ice inside the coolers to preserve food after a power outage on Friday. You know, giant thunderstorm. Killed a bunch of people. Massive destruction on the East Coast. Sucks to be them. A button that would have opened the cooler from the inside was broken, and Luther, whose body was found by an employer on Monday, didn't have his phone with him. And let this be a lesson to all of you. The phone cannot save you. Especially if you do not bring it with you. I approve of the irony here. Man dies in own freezer. And that's what happens when you don't keep fresh beef. When you freeze the meat, you too shall be frozen. I demand fresh steak. This is possibly that Mr. Luther tried to use his piece of cardboard or something to go into the latch and try to open it. There is evidence that it's cool to suggest that. Poor bastard. He did try to save himself, but we all know those doors are big. Those doors are heavy. And if they're locked, you're fucking dead. Terrible shame. But I don't care. Let's just move on. What? Right there. Actor playing Judas hangs himself during play. I shit you not. A Brazilian actor playing Judas who accidentally hanged himself during a scene in The Passion of the Christ has died in a hospital. That man was really into his work. Now, for those of you who don't know, Judas was hanged shortly after, well, what he did. Now, this man, it appears, was playing the part. He was doing quite well. But when they set up the rope, it was actually not attached to the bungee. It was supposed to be. So he got up there, put it on, and jumped his ass right on off. Yeah. The human neck has multiple vertebrae that run down it. If too much pressure is placed upon them, they pop. And when they pop, you die. Now, an investigator says Klimek accidentally hanged himself during a scene in which his character Judas commits suicide. Well, duh. About 4 minutes passed before anyone noticed, believing he was playing his role. Police are examining the security apparatus that was meant to support the man, whose name is really weird and I cannot pronounce it properly, during the scene. It is unclear if any charges will be filed. He was in a coma for a few days. But broke neck, still broke neck. And you're gonna die. This hat is rubbing off on me. Find my hat. Ugh. feel dirty wearing this. New Jersey. Woman killed after tire flies off passing car. Yes. A Newark woman has died after a tire flew off a passing car on the Garden State Parkway, smashing in her windshield until she was dead. I don't care if someone else says that. Find my hat. That's right. Hat. Find. I'll keep ripping off material until you do so. The 21-year-old was airlifted by a state police helicopter and taken to Robert Wood University Hospital shortly after the accident. Unfortunately, smashed face tends to be fatal, especially when a tire smashes into your face at 60 miles an hour. Does this qualify as road pizza? Oh, you're busy looking for the hat. Good. Her friends continued to state she was an amazing person, yada yada yada. Don't give a fuck. Oh shit! Oh. Yeah. Could happen to anyone. Remember, memento mori. Tomorrow is no guarantee. Especially since the stars have come right. But I'm not ready to kill you all yet. You're too entertaining. Bizarre boating accident kills a man in Brooklyn. A man died Sunday in a bizarre boating accident in Brooklyn. If you're going to quote the very first line of your story with the fucking title, you're a shitty writer and you should feel bad. He was on his boat in Gravesend Bay. Irony. When he fell off and got his leg stuck in the railing. The upper half of his body was underwater and he drowned. So apparently, he's cruising along in his boat. He falls off. His leg gets stuck in the railing of the boat. And he does this. And that was all. Now, the police said the man was dead when they arrived at the scene, and there will be no charges filed. It does not appear that anyone was trying to kill him. He just had a really bad day. And now, let us go back to our normal schedule program. Oh, you have my hat. Fuck yeah. Thank you. Ass. Much better. I feel complete again. Oh, I'm sorry. Lost my band. Went to focus there. A Vietnamese man dug up his wife's corpse, slept beside it for 5 years. The 55-year-old man from a small town in central province of Quang Nam opened up his wife's grave in 2004, modeled clay around the remains to give the figure of a woman. Put clothes on her, and place her in his bed. They make pillows for this. They're called body pillows, and you can put them next to you, and you'll feel like someone's there. Or alternatively, you can buy one of those weird sex dolls. But you should not dig up a dead woman, wrap her in clay, and then sleep next to her for 5 years. That's just creepy. Even for me. His children found out, though, and prevented him from going to the grave. So one night in November 2004, he dug up... Oh, wait. I see the paragraph. The man, Lee Van, told the website that after his wife died in 2003, he slept on top of her grave. But about 20 months later, he worried about rain, wind, and cold, so he decided to dig a tunnel into the grave to sleep with her. You sick fuck. His children found out, though, and prevented him from going to the grave, so one night in November 2004, he dug up his wife's remains, took them home, and proceeded to sleep with them. but not in a kinky way. Just in a person way. It's still kinky, you're just weird. Yes. He is quoted as saying, "I am a person that does things differently. I am not like normal people." You, sir? You, sir, win the Captain Obvious Award. In fact, you back? Alright. Captain Obvious Award. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. A blue suit and black boots. We're right. But the mourners at the retired trucker's funeral suspected they were gazing at the wrong man. Some friends and family members kissed the body, despite whispers that something seemed amiss. After 2 hours viewing, Tuesday, the funeral home came clean. It had brought in the wrong casket. Okay, so for 2 hours, the loved ones of the deceased marched their ass up to the grave, looked into the box, and said, "I remember Uncle Chuck looking like that." He got all his teeth. That's wrong right there. They tried to make us believe that it was him. I was so sure that it wasn't. The widow said. Oh, yes. I know he didn't look like that. It was a fiasco. A nightmare. Of course it was. They mixed up your loved one's grave. They grabbed some other dead guy. And you know, it's not just you who are pissed off. That guy's family is pissed off too. They got your dead guy. That dead guy should be over there. That dead guy should be over there. Nobody's happy. And someone needs to sue. 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 Yes. Man buys coffin, jumps in, shoots himself. Huh. Well, I suppose that cuts out the middleman, doesn't it? Oh, wait, he survived. Epic fail. Milo Bostic paid cash for the casket before he wrote out his obituary, climbed into the coffin, put a gun to his head, and fired. The 22-year-old man survived the blast when the bullet passed through his chin and nose, missing his brain. Oh, so it wasn't. Face off. Yes, he blew his face off. Didn't kill himself, but blew his face clean off. Why is it always the face that's coming off on this show? Don't give me that look. Oh, you don't know either, that's right. Okay. The faces get blown off. Faces get ruined. Here on the CthuLhu Show. To add insult to injury, the funeral home refused to give him a refund on the coffin. Too bad. You tried so hard. Next time, don't pay for the coffin. Just get in one that they have on display and shoot yourself. Screw them. That way they have to use that one. It's covered in your bloodstains. And where we'll end this episode. One killed when lightning. Yes, lightning. Hit St. Louis beer tent. One person died when and 100 were injured when... and 100 injured, 5 seriously, when a sudden storm destroyed a beer tent where 200 people were gathered in St. Louis. Sudden winds of about 50 miles per hour ripped through the tent behind the sporting bar for just a few seconds, but that was enough to shatter the aluminum poles that held it up. I thought a train fell off the track. We all ducked for cover. Everything was going sideways. I had metal chairs ripping across the beer garden. You have a beer garden? That's awesome. We need a bear garden. Yes, get on that. And buy another crate of fuck. We always need more fuck around here. I don't know why. At some point in that 5 seconds, they were getting lightning strikes, and apparently one of our customers got hit by the lightning right in the middle of the dance floor. Fuck! Oh god, I wish we had video of that. Do we have video of that? Of course not. Nobody has their cell phone this week. What the hell, people? We have pictures, right? Okay, we have pictures. So, here's a few pictures of the destruction, and I bid you farewell. Find my hat again, it fell off. This is Raging CthuLhu. Guro News.